Sherlock Holmes, one of the most fascinating characters I have ever portrayed. Patriotic, courageous, tenacious, loyal, mind of a computer, and one of the most eccentric characters in fiction. His Boswell, Dr. John H. Watson, described his strengths and weaknesses with ruthless accuracy. Knowledge of literature, philosophy, astronomy, politics, nil. Knowledge of botany, variable. Well up in belladonna, opium, and poisons generally. Knowledge of geology, chemistry, and anatomy, profound but unsystematic. Knowledge of sensational literature, immense. He appears to know every detail of every horror perpetrated in the century. He is an expert boxer, swordsman, and single-stick player. Plays the violin well, self-poisoner by tobacco and other substances. The best and wisest man whom I've ever known. Sherlock Holmes.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, what's happened? You look as if you'd seen a ghost.
A ghost? Brandy, that's what I need, brandy.
Brandy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Who struck you?
Well, you said it yourself. It was a ghost, and without any previous warning at all, he hit me in the eye.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think you'd better have another.
Thank you.
And now I'll begin again. Who struck you?
Upon my word, Holmes, it was a ghost. The ghost.
Huh? Do you have a headache, Watson?
It may seem humorous to you, but I mean, look, let me tell you from the beginning.
Yes, please do, but start right at the beginning.
Right, well, I was on my way back from the club. You see, it was about 8 o'clock. And I got into Spencer Street, and I was just opposite that little tobacconist, you know, makes that...
Yes, I know, yes. Go on, Watson. What did you do then?
Well, I saw a man in front of me suddenly touch his chest.
He was walking towards you?
How do you know?
Well, I mean, you said he staggered and clutched his chest. He must have been...
Yeah, that's logical. Anyway. Yes, well, anyway, I rushed up to him to help him, you see, and he's still able to mumble something about he had a heart, and he lived in 19 Hooper Street, and would I help him get there?
But there were no other pedestrians?
No, the street was completely deserted.
Good. Go on.
Well, then his landlady let us in, and he was unconscious by that time, so I carried him up to his room, and I laid him out in his bed, and Holmes, he was dead. Now, look here, Holmes, he was absolutely, completely, and utterly dead. I couldn't make a mistake about a thing like that.
No, of course you couldn't, old man. No. Go on, then. What happened next?
Well, then I told the landlady rather said to me that she'd call the authorities, you see, and I left my name with her just in case, you know, they'd want me. And then, well, I thought it would be rather more delicate if I left, you see. I mean, he must have relations.
Yes, it's quite right, Watson. A most delicate situation.
Yeah.
What was the man's name?
Higgins. Albert Higgins.
I see. And what did you do after you left the house?
Well, you see, it had been a bit of an effort, you know, carrying him up like that, so I got down the stairs and popped across the road into a pub and had a pint. Yeah. And then I started off back to the flat, you see. Well, I just turned the corner into Spencer Street, and there was
Higgins, Albert Higgins?
Yeah, just face to face with me. He really was large as life. We stood looking at each other for a minute, then he lashed out and hit me in the eye. And then really, Holmes, he vanished. Vanished? Well, into the blue.
Well, he ran away?
Well, the street was rather ill-lit, you know, and it took me a minute or two to pull myself together. And then I don't know whether he ran away or not, but he vanished.
Well, that's most unusual.
Most?
Did you speak to this ghost?
Well, I may have said, good gracious, Higgins, or by Jove, Higgins, or even good heavens, Higgins.
Oh, yes, it's perfectly natural, Watson. Describe Higgins to me.
Well, he's 50-ish, sandy-haired, medium build.
But is that all you observed? No characteristics?
Well, now, really, Holmes, when I had the chance of examining him on the bed, the most obvious characteristic was he was dead.
But how was he dressed?
Green tweed suit.
What, just wearing a green tweed suit? He must have been wearing something more than that in this weather.
Oh, no, he had a big floppy hat and a long overcoat.
Ah.
Oh, and something else. Yes, I did notice something else. He limped.
Aha. And was he carrying a cane?
No cane.
Well, is there anything else, Watson? Think hard.
Oh, yes, I remember something now.
What?
Yes, the second time I saw him, he was carrying a package. The first time, he didn't have one.
Now this is curious. Very curious.
Where are you going, Holmes?
Not me. We.
I'm in no condition to leave the house.
And a morsel of raw beef will immeasurably improve your appearance.
And then what?
Then we shall do our best to track down the belligerent ghost of Albert Higgins. Fascinating idea, don't you think?
Well, the whole thing's been most unnerving, you know. I mean, it knocks the wind out of the chap, yes?
Oh, really, no He's also a rather flamboyant character by the wide, rakish brim. I see he was an artist, too. He hasn't painted very much recently. Notice the specks of paint underneath the brim here. And not house paint, but canvas oils.
Here, what's this? How are you, Jensen? What are you doing in poor Albert's room?
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Blake. You remember me, Dr. Watson?
You're the bloke who brought poor Albert in.
Yes.
Who's your gentleman friend?
This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Mrs. Maggie Blake, the landlady.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure, Mr. Holmes. Oh, poor old Albert. He was proper fond of life, Albert was. He wouldn't have popped off if he'd had his way.
Oh, a few of us would, madam.
I was around to the local having me good-night pint. And grieving for poor old Albert. He would have wanted a proper send-off, with a pint of mild and bitter, Albert would.
No doubt he would, madam.
The body, I see, has been removed by the authorities.
Oh, poor old Albert on a slab. Oh.
Oh, dear. Have you notified his next of kin, Mrs. Blake?
No, he had none. He was all alone.
Oh, I see. Where was Mr. Higgins employed, madam?
At the Pembroke Museum, right around the corner in Fender Street. It's a picture museum. Albert was a day watchman.
A day watchman, you say? What were his working hours?
9 in the morning till 9 in the evening. Punctual as a clock, Albert was. Never late a minute. Poor Albert.
He always came back from the museum, then, at a few minutes after 9 every evening.
Aye, to make his supper. He was a proper good cook, Albert was.
Excuse my saying so, madam, but aren't you mistaken? Surely it's a little after 8 when Mr. Higgins finished work? Because it was only a little after 8 when I picked him up this evening and brought him here.
Oh, no, Doctor. It was just after 9. I marked the time because I was waiting for Albert to come back. He'd asked me to get him a cut of beef. He always came back just after 9. He'll never eat that beef now. Poor Albert won't. Who hit you in the eye?
Oh, no. I just bumped into a door.
Oh, you shouldn't get familiar with the door, if you know what I mean.
Well, really, that...
Yes, I think we've found out all we can for the time being, Watson. Thank you, madam. We shan't intrude on your grief any further.
Poor old Albert.
It really is most embarrassing about this eye, Holmes. Did you hear what she inferred? It's a terrible situation. And she's wrong about the time. It was only a little after 8. And it's only a few minutes' walk to Spencer Street.
Time is a curious dimension, Watson. Habit and a preconceived notion can so easily reverse the hands of a clock. And yet the clock is still in perfect working order.
Well, then, where are we going?
To view the mortal remains of poor old Albert Higgins.
is, Mr. Holmes. Nice and peaceful, I gave.
Poor chap. See anything, Holmes?
Nothing that I haven't already deduced, except that I drew an erroneous conclusion from his hat. He has painted recently, but indoors with his hat off. There are still traces of paint, quite fresh under his fingernails.
What does that mean?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, you gents aren't the only ones interested in this dearly departed. Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard's looked him over, too.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, he's still here if you'd like to talk to him.
Well, that should be very informative for one or the other, or both of us.
I can't understand it, Holmes. I'm absolutely sure this is the man who punched me. I'm positive.
But also the one who had the heart attack?
Yes, I'm sure of it. One and the same.
Well, he's punched his last punch. Where he probably is, they're punching him. Full of holes with pitchforks.
Yes, well, I think we've seen and heard enough. Would you like to take us to Inspector Lestrade now, please? Ah, hello, Inspector.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, I'm surprised to see you here. Now, this is one case you can't make anything queer out of.
Oh, then why, my dear Inspector Lestrade, are you here?
Well, when they brought him in, somebody recognized him as Pound-Note Albert Higgins. I come along to check their identification. We like to keep a track of our old pals, you know.
What was he in prison for?
Counterfeiting. He made the best pound note you ever saw. Yes, he was a real artist.
Lestrade, there's no doubt as to the cause of death, is there?
Oh, sorry, Holmes. Heart failure, no foul play. I understand you were with him in his last moments.
Yes, I was with him on the street when he had the attack, and I took him home.
There's nothing you could do, I suppose.
Nothing. He was dead before I had a chance to do anything.
By the way, what time was he brought in?
Oh, let me see now. It would be about, yes, here we are. 9:45. Higgins' landlady notified Constable Smithers at 9:30. Smithers had them remove the body in a matter of minutes.
Inspector, are you sure it was 9:30 and not 8:30?
No, 9:30 is right here in Smithers' report. Why?
Oh, no, it's nothing at all.
You're quite sure, Lestrade, there's nothing more to this than a simple case of natural causes?
Ah, no, there's no mystery at all. No mystery, Mr. Holmes. What happened to your eye, Dr. Watson?
Oh, I bumped into a door.
A door? Oh, well, that's a new one anyway. Was it a pretty door?
Now, really, to say.
That's all right, Watson. I won't tell a soul.
Well, really, this is insufferable, Holmes. Nobody believes me.
Well, why did you tell him the truth?
What, that I was punched by a ghost?
Yes, I see what you mean. We may have to take on this case anyway, if only to protect your honor and reputation.
Well, it's intolerable, Holmes. Absolutely intolerable.
Evening, Watson. Anything wrong?
No, nothing. Of course not, everything.
Oh, you're sure you're not brooding over last night's affair, are you?
Of course I'm not. Don't be so ridiculous.
Oh, come on, out with it, man.
Well, No, there's nothing to come out with. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Watson, there's something on your mind.
Well, you'd never believe it. Nobody'd believe it.
Well?
Well, I met Albert Higgins in Spender Street again, tonight.
And he punched you again?
He pulled my nose!
Didn't he? This is very interesting, Watson.
Turn to the case of the belligerent ghost.
My dear Watson, calm yourself.
Look here, Holmes. This whole Higgins affair's gone too far. First of all, last night, now tonight.
Calm yourself, Watson, and relate. Everything hangs on this second encounter.
Well, it occurred just as it had last night. I was on my way back from the club, and I'd reached Spencer Street. It was a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact, just after 9 o'clock. I'd stayed rather later in the club than usual. There was a chap from Afghanistan. They were awfully interesting.
Yes, Watson. Get on with his story.
Well, I was rather preoccupied, as you know. This affair's cut me up, rather, and although I may not show it. Anyway, I was walking along. I suddenly looked up, and there was the pedestrian, a man a few feet from me.
Walking towards you?
Well, yes. Of course, I didn't recognize him straight away for, you-know-who. Anyway, I sidestepped him past, and he sidestepped to let me pass, and then we sort of zigzagged about a bit, you know what it is on the street, and ended up by bumping into each other.
Now, that's when you recognized Albert Higgins?
But it was Higgins. I couldn't be mistaken. Good heavens, man, I know him like my own brother.
Dressed as he was last night?
Exactly.
And what did he do then?
Well, as I told you, then he put out his hand, and he... Well, yes, we'll go into that. And then he was gone, vanished.
Capital, Watson, capital. Everything begins to fall into place. Now, there's one more question. Was he carrying a package?
Well, yes, he was, just like last time. I say, Holmes, do you believe,
What?
Supernatural?
Ghosts, do you mean?
Sounds silly, I know, but, Higgins did die of a heart attack. There was no foul play.
No foul play? Why, the whole affair reeks of foul play. I can tell you, Watson, I haven't been idle today. Do you know that the Pembroke Museum is showing a collection of paintings on loan from the Italian government, and that included amongst those paintings is Leonardo da Vinci's Moonlight Madonna?
Well, I did read something about it in the paper. What's that got to do with Albert Higgins?
Well, we must now pay a visit to the good inspector and inform him that if the ghost of Albert Higgins hadn't struck you in the eye...
And pulled my nose.
And pulled your nose, I would never have suspected the Moonlight Madonna would be stolen from the museum.
What?
Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
I see. Thank you. Well, we'll soon know, Mr. Holmes. But if the picture's still hanging in its place, and we've dragged the curator out of bed to check on it, well, false alarms like this don't exactly help the yard's reputation, you know.
And what about my reputation, Inspector? When I say a man died a little after 8, he died a little after 8 and not a little after 9. And when I say these ghosts punched me in the eye half an hour later, hang it, he punched me in the eye.
Oh, we all have our off days, Dr. Watson. To err is human, as the poets say.
And furthermore, if I tell you that I bumped into this chap's ghost again tonight...
You didn't tell me about any second meeting.
Oh, didn't I? Well, nothing.
An hallucination, that's what you had, Dr. Watson. Yes, it's, psychological. That's the thing in crime today, psychology. I've been studying it, you know.
You astonish me, Inspector.
Oh, we're not as backwards as you think, Holmes. No, we like to keep abreast of the times. But I don't mind admitting I don't think their psychology's got much of a future. Oh, come in. Hawkins, you saw the curator?
Oh, yes, sir. I called him, Mr. Bentham, as you instructed, sir. He was quite excited when I told him this picture called the Moonlight Madonna had been stolen. And so we rushed round the corner to the museum.
And?
Well, sir, the picture is there, hanging in its proper place. Good night, sir.
Well, there you are, Holmes. As I said to Dr. Watson, to err is human. Can I give you gentlemen a lift anywhere?
Thank you, Inspector. Oh, I think it might be a good idea if we called at the Pembroke Museum on our way.
But you heard what Hawkins said. The picture was hanging in its proper place.
My dear Lestrade, Hawkins' statement merely proves that what he and the curator saw was not the Moonlight Madonna at all, merely an excellent forgery.
What's he talking about?
Art, ghosts, my black eye, and psychology.
Remarkable. Only a microscopic examination of the brushstroke shows it any different from Da Vinci's work. Of course, if you still have any doubts... A chemical analysis of the paint mixtures will prove them to be of modern manufacture.
No. You've quite convinced me, Mr. Holmes. An analysis is necessary. Dear me, this is catastrophic.
A rather delicate situation, eh?
Delicate. The Italian government will hold the British government responsible. But the painting is an Italian national treasure, and the theft could easily affect the pending treaty between the two nations. Mr. Holmes, you must find the original before the Italians learn the painting's been stolen. The British government will hold me responsible.
And the Yard will hold me responsible.
The most priceless of the lot, too.
Yes, naturally.
Well, we know who stole the painting and substituted a forgery, Higgins. All we've got to do now is find out where he hid it.
What time did you leave the museum, Mr. Benson?
A few minutes before 9. Higgins was still on duty.
You're quite sure it was Higgins?
I'm certain, Mr. Holmes. I chatted with him for a few moments, and I couldn't have mistaken his voice.
And the night watchman relieved him at 9. Well, you heard him say that, Mr. Holmes, and that he had a package with him when he left. The night watchman swears up hill and down dale it was Higgins, all right.
Well, the matter seems to resolve itself very nicely, doesn't it? Dr. Watson was punched by Higgins a few minutes after 9. The night watchman saw him leave at 9, and you spoke to him a few minutes before 9.
Look, Holmes, why don't you and Dr. Watson go home and have a good night's rest? From now on, it's nothing but plain, ordinary, simple police work. Nothing you could use a magnifying glass on.
True, Inspector. Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, well, good night, gentlemen.
Terrible, Inspector. Terrible. What do we do now?
Interesting affair, eh, Watson?
Look, I don't care what anybody says. It was after 8 when Higgins punched me.
Well, has it occurred to you that if Higgins didn't punch you, who had the heart attack?
Well, now look here, Holmes, Oh, confound it, for all I know, it was Higgins who punched me and his ghost had the heart attack.
Come on, Watson.
We might have the common decency to tell me what we're breaking into.
Shh, whisper.
Well, I am whispering. Oh, now. Look here, we broke into the rear of the museum because if so, Holmes, really I don't know what's going to happen to us.
Here, hold this.
What? Oh. Holmes, this is sheer vandalism.
Yes, well, there must be a bit of a vandal in us all.
Holmes, what are you doing? This is wanton destruction. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I forbid you to. I didn't know this side of your character, Holmes. I'm shocked.
Just as I thought. Look, Watson.
Good heavens, but Moonlight Madonna.
Yes, ingenious, isn't it? And yet, what could be simpler than to attach it to the back of an old mother painting?
How on earth did you work that?
Well, I just asked myself where I would hide a stolen canvas.
Holmes, have you gone mad?
No. We just await events. I don't think we should have to wait very long.
Holmes? Dr. Watson? What's the meaning of this?
Watson, I believe you've already met Mr. Benson in his capacity as curator of the Pembroke Museum. Allow me to present him to you now as the picture thief.
Charmed, Dr. Watson.
Oh, delighted. What is this?
So you discovered my little hiding place, Mr. Holmes. I'm curious. How did you know it was I and not the late lamented Higgins?
Yes, I believe Dr. Watson's story from the first. If Higgins died at a little after 8, it must have been someone else who struck him a little after 9.
But it was Higgins who punched me home.
No, Watson. It was a limp, a wide, floppy hat, and an exceedingly long overcoat that punched you, seen in a dimly lit street. A psychological misidentification, as the good inspector would call it. The night watchman was also a victim of the same illusion.
What about the landlady?
How much did you have to pay her to set back the time of death by an hour, Mr. Benson?
Oh, not much, Mr. Holmes. How did you know it was me?
Dr. Watson and the night watchman both identified the 9 o'clock Higgins visually at a distance. Only you pretended to have spoken to him. This meant that either you were lying, or Dr. Watson was punched in the eye by a ghost. I believe the simple explanation.
You almost make me feel transparent, Mr. Holmes.
To anyone who viewed the facts objectively, you were.
It's a pity that one crime has to lead to another.
Yes, and I think it's a great pity, Holmes, that you broke that vase.
Oh, yes, but it's only an imitation.
Nonsense, you can't tell me that that sort of work like this is an imitation. Perhaps the pieces can be...
Well done, Watson, well done.
You know, Holmes, you're going to have to invite him here to catch us. You put us in rather an awkward position.
Oh, my dear fellow, I have sublime confidence in your ability to extricate us from any predicament in which my rashness may place us. Might I suggest that you now fetch the good inspector?
Yeah, here you are. Excuse me. I say, Holmes, Bentham punched me in the eye. Who was it tweaked my nose?
Well, my dear old chap, it was absolutely imperative that I make certain that the limp, the hat, and the coat were really capable of fooling you.
You?
Yes, I regret to say I not only tweaked your nose, but I also pulled your leg.
Oh! What?
Dr. John Watson.
He's expecting you, sir.
In a way, I believe he is.
Well, I'll tell him you're here, sir. Go in, sir.
Dr. Watson, I didn't expect to have the pleasure of seeing you again so soon.
Will you kindly read that?
What is it?
Read it.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh. I think it's disgraceful, sir. Absolutely disgraceful. What? Yes, and I'm glad you're here so that I can tell it to you personally. Why, you and I both know that it was Sherlock Holmes who solved the Cunningham case. If it wasn't for his brilliance and his persistency, the facts would never have been brought to light. And I think it's scandalous, sir, that the newspapers should have given me all the credit and said so very little about his magnificent achievement. What do you think, Doctor?
I absolutely agree with you.
I'm glad you're on my side, Doctor.
Why, of course. I'm so glad you take it that way.
What does Holmes think?
Oh, he doesn't mind, you know. He doesn't care who gets the credit.
Oh, dear old Holmes. Such a modest fellow.
Yes,
Well, look, you must give him my kind regards.
Yes.
And tell him that, although I know he doesn't think anything about it, I intend to get the newspapers to get the facts straight.
Well, that's very good of you,
Oh,
Inspector.
what's Holmes doing these days?
Well, the last time I saw him, he was playing about with a lot of ink smudges and talking about the prints that fingers make.
No. Good old Holmes. Always experimenting.
Inspector Lestrade, sir.
Yes, what is it?
There's been a murder reported at the home of Lord Beryl.
What, Lord Beryl of the Foreign Office?
That's him, sir.
I'll be right with you. Excuse me, Doctor.
Yes, of course.
Lord Beryl. It's going to be a tricky situation to handle, what with the Foreign Office and who knows what else.
Yes. Can I be of any assistance?
I don't think so, Doctor. Oh, perhaps as a medical man, mind you, I don't know what to expect, but I think you would be of invaluable assistance.
Say no more.
Here's the address, sir. Your carriage is waiting outside.
Oh, thank you very much.
Perhaps you'd care to acquaint Sherlock Holmes with what has happened.
Well, I don't know. I don't know myself what's happened.
As you said, the people involved make this case rather delicate. Perhaps a little suggestion now and then might help facilitate matters. One never knows.
Yes, you're so right. Take a message to Mr. Sherlock Holmes of 221 Baker Street.
221B.
Yes, of course, 221B Baker Street. Tell him what has happened and drive him to Lord Beryl's residence.
Yes, sir.
And tell him Dr. John Watson is already there. The flat's the first floor up.
Yes, sir. Very good, sir.
221B Baker Street.
Come in. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes.
Yes?
I have a message for you, sir.
Uh-huh.
There's been a murder committed at the home of Lord Beryl. Inspector Lestrade and Dr. Watson have already gone there.
Thank you. Would you care to have some tea?
Some tea, sir?
Yes.
Is that what you're making?
Oh, come along. Come and have a look at this.
I'm working on an extract from a special series of pygmy poisons. Oh, very interesting, sir.
Tea?
Well, yes, I don't mind if I do.
You take milk?
Yes, sir, please, sir, if I may.
Splendid. Sugar?
Thank you, sir.
Where did I put that sugar? There it is. Right here. Help yourself.
Thank you, sir.
So.
What's this you're doing here, sir?
Well, I believe that certain poisons, if taken in the correct doses, can actually have beneficial rather than fatal effects.
Now, that's very interesting, sir.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
What's all this over here, sir?
Oh, that? Oh, those are some tropical leaves. They were sent to me by a friend of mine who hunts in that part of the country. The essence, you see, passes through this tube, down here across the table, and is condensed in that retort there.
And what's that stuff in the bottom there?
That's lime. That acts as a catalytic agent to combine the essence of the leaves with a dark, tar-like substance, which you can see at the bottom.
Inspector Lestrade, I demand to see my wife. You've kept me waiting half an hour, and now I should like an explanation.
Of course, you're entitled to one, sir. You know that Carl Oberstein was murdered in your study.
I was informed of that, and it is a tragedy, of course. But I still don't see that is...
Lord Beryl, your wife has confessed to shooting him.
What?
That's why I couldn't allow you to see her. We were taking her statement.
What does she say?
Apart from the actual confession of murder, she refuses to say anything. You may go in now if you wish, Lord Beryl.
What's that you're putting in now, sir? Well, it's a form of acid dye. Yeah. That's all right. Oh, where have you two been all the afternoon?
Didn't the sergeant tell you?
Oh, yes, I remember. It was a murder somewhere. Was it interesting?
No, Mr. Dwight.
Uh-huh. Well,
Spade coming up with whiskey and soda. Whiskey and soda, Lestrade.
Oh, I don't know. I'll be off duty in 5 minutes. Yes, I think that'd be all right. Meat for me.
Well, sit down if you can find yourself a place.
There you go.
yes, well, I think we can leave that to boil for a little while now. Now, gentlemen, what's the problem? Who was murdered?
Man named Karl Oberstein.
Oberstein. Oberstein. Oh, yes, I remember. An Austrian chap.
He was originally, but of course, for a number of years, he's been a freelance agent.
Mm-hmm. Buying and selling anything he can get his hands on, eh?
But his hands in a bit too much this time. Lady Beryl shot him. Holt Smith, 38.
Oh, really?
There's a nasty bit there. I examined the body before it was removed. Entire back of the head gone. Instantaneous death, of course.
Did you find the bullet?
No, the police surgeon will do that. It hadn't come out.
Yes, and that shot in the back of the head removes any possible chance Lady Beryl may have had of claiming self-defense. You're off duty now, aren't you, Wilkins?
Yes, sir.
You may go home.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure working for you this afternoon, Mr. Holmes. Like to know how it all turns out. I'll let you know. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
I feel sorry for Lord Beryl. There'll be quite a scandal when this appears in the papers.
Yes, it certainly will be.
I wonder why Lady Beryl lied to you.
What nationality was Lady Beryl originally?
Well, she was born in Austria, although she was brought up in America. She's been here in England for the past 5 years, since her marriage, you know.
It's a shame a woman like her has to remain in prison. Still, she might decide to tell you... What did you say?
I beg your pardon?
What did you say just now?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, you did. You said, I wonder why Lady Beryl lied to you.
Oh, that.
Yes, what did you mean?
Nothing, except, of course, that Lady Beryl didn't shoot this chap Oberstein at all.
But she confessed to it.
Nonsense. She didn't shoot Oberstein because Oberstein wasn't shot. His head was bashed in with a blunt instrument. The revolver you claim was the murder weapon actually belonged to Oberstein. She found it lying by his side and pretended she'd done it in order to shield her husband. She's no more guilty than you two are. Would you hold that like a good fellow, please?
Would you please repeat that?
Of course, it's as plain as a... Here, would you mind holding that?
Oh, well, it's not plain to me.
Well, you told me that Lady Beryl confessed to shooting Oberstein. But Oberstein wasn't shot. Just because you find a man with the back of his head shattered and a gun lying by his side is no reason to assume he's been shot. Thank you. You also assumed that the bullet had lodged in Oberstein's cranium because it hadn't emerged through the front. Now, any student of elementary ballistics knows that the greatest damage to the skull is on the opposite side to which the bullet entered. The point of entry is always clean.
But the gun we found was an Austrian gun, and Lady Beryl is an Austrian.
Now, there's a logical bit of reasoning for you. Would you mind holding that, please?
Lady Beryl saw Oberstein lying there and jumped to the same conclusion we did. Well, Lady Beryl's innocent.
Then somebody else is guilty.
Brilliant!
We've got to get back to the premises and re-examine them for clues. You come with us, Holmes. This nonsense can wait.
Nonsense?
Nonsense.
Nonsense? Did you say nonsense? I'll have you know, Inspector Lestrade, that if the law enforcement agencies of this country were an infinitesimal amount more advanced than ancient Neolithic man, I would not have to be doing the basic research work that will in time benefit police bureaus throughout the earth.
You may have a point, Mr. Holmes.
A point? The only point is human, of which there is a paucity in the halls of our defense of the public. So do you really think? I certainly do think so. And I'll tell you a few other things, Inspector.
And now we return to the case of Lady Beryl.
Yes. It's to be dependent 90% on a good memory. Details are straight. Those are the things.
She's in here. Normally I'd detain her for confessing to a crime she didn't commit, but... well, what with the Foreign Office and all that, I don't believe I will.
No, Lestrade, you don't want to hold her. Much easier to solve the crime if she's out.
Exactly.
Inspector Lestrade. We're releasing you.
So I understand.
Do you know why?
No.
We've been able to prove that you didn't commit this murder you confessed to.
I see.
We would, however, like an explanation as to why you confessed to this crime.
I prefer not to explain my actions, Inspector.
You realize, of course, that your actions are in themselves punishable and that we could detain you.
I see.
You still prefer to make no statement?
That is correct.
Very well, Lady Beryl. You'll be released as soon as the formalities can be cleared.
Thank you.
Human beings lie to gain, to cover, or to protect.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Holmes. Please consider me forever in your debt.
Not at all. You're in the Foreign Office, aren't you, Lord Beryl?
I am.
Had you ever met Herr Oberstein before?
I had.
Exactly when?
Last week.
For the first time?
And the last time.
I see. I believe it was his habit to offer large sums of money to men in key positions for the information they may have had in their possession.
I believe that was his habit, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you. Oh, Lord Beryl, while your wife is on her way here, I wonder if I might look at the premises of the crime.
Well, of course, of course. It happened in the study.
With your permission.
My house is yours, sir.
Thank you.
Well, now, let me see. Karl Oberstein was lying about there. Of course, it's been removed.
Yes, of course. I see you've cleaned everything up with your usual remarkable efficiency, Lestrade.
Look here, Holmes. I didn't know there was going to be any mystery about this affair.
Oberstein's head was here, Holmes. His feet were there.
Thank you, Watson. Where was the gun lying?
To the left of the body.
Nearer the head or the feet?
Nearer the head.
Was Oberstein face up or down?
Face up. I had to turn him over to examine him.
Has there been any effort made to gain forceful entry into the house?
None was reported. What?
Lord Beryl, do you use glasses when you read?
Yes, I do. These.
Are they your only pair?
Yes.
Who first discovered the body?
I believe my secretary.
Is he here?
Yes. I'll call him.
Thank you. Lestrade?
Where was Lord Beryl at the time you estimated the crime was committed?
He'd been at a meeting with high government officials all day.
Oh, good, good.
Why did you ask about the glasses, Holmes?
It's because Lord Beryl wears glasses when he reads. But Lady Beryl confessed to a crime she didn't commit.
What?
This is my secretary, Mr. Ross. You've met Inspector Lestrade and Dr. Watson. This gentleman is Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
How do you do?
I understand it's through your efforts that Lady Beryl was returning home.
Partially through my efforts. I wonder if I could impose upon you, Mr. Ross.
I've got them.
Would you mind taking these sheets of paper and roughly outline the position in which you discovered the body?
Outline it in scraps of paper.
If you would be so kind.
Of course.
Purpose of air.
How many men have you on the premises, Lestrade?
2 outside. Why?
Oh, good. I wonder if you'd mind taking them into the garden behind this window and making a thorough search of the premises for a radius of 30 feet.
Looking for what?
Anything that doesn't belong in a garden.
Are you serious, Holmes?
Completely. Let's got him out of our way. Have you examined your safe, Lord Beryl?
I have, Mr. Holmes. All my papers are intact.
Excellent, excellent. Does Mr. Ross have the combination to your safe?
Yes?
There's been no question of robbery.
Of course not, Ross. One must ask these questions in an investigation.
Of course.
Good afternoon, Lady Beryl.
My darling.
How are you?
I'm all right, George. Quite all right.
You must rest. This experience must have been horrible for you.
It's all right. It didn't last long enough to be too difficult.
I don't know how, but Holmes has solved the entire thing.
Has he really?
Not entirely, Lady Beryl. Not yet.
Do you expect to?
I can only hope to.
Mr. Holmes, if there's anything I can do to help.
If it would not be too much of an imposition, Lady Beryl, I would like you to retake the position in which Mr. Ross discovered you when he entered the room.
Mr. Holmes, my wife has had a harrowing experience. Please consider her nerves at this point.
You're forgetting, Lord Beryl, that your wife confessed to a crime she didn't commit. The circumstances are somewhat exceptional. But if Lady Beryl would rather not...
It's quite all right, George. No, let me see. I was standing here.
Exactly there?
I believe so.
Mr. Ross, are you quite certain that that is the position in which Lady Beryl was standing?
Well, if you'll pardon my saying so, Lady Beryl, just for the sake of accuracy, you understand, I believe you were standing just a bit further to your left.
A little to your left, Lady Beryl. Like that?
Yes, I'd say right there.
Good. Now, Lady Beryl had a revolver in her hand.
Mr. Holmes.
That is correct.
In which hand?
My right hand.
Mr. Ross?
That's right. Lady Beryl's right hand.
Lord Beryl, do you happen to have a revolver in the house?
Yes, I have.
May I have it?
I'm not going to ask my wife to...
Yes, I am. If your wife has no objection.
Of course she has objections.
I have no objections, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, excellent. A 38 caliber. You notice, Watson, that it's patterned very closely after the Schmidt-Holtz, the revolver in question. Lady Beryl, is that the way you held it?
I believe so.
Mr. Ross?
Yes, it was like that.
Mr. Ross, I'd like you to think very hard. A great deal depends on what you're going to say now. As far as you can remember, that was the position of Herr Oberstein's body?
Yes.
And where in relation to Herr Oberstein's body and Lady Beryl were the broken eyeglasses?
Over there.
glasses on the floor when you found the body?
Absolutely not.
You're positive?
Positive. That's right. I didn't know what I was saying. There were no glasses on the floor at all.
There weren't any glasses on the floor when you found Lady Beryl bending over the body. But there were when you sent Herr Oberstein crashing to the ground. Before you run, Mr. Ross, look at Lady Beryl.
I don't understand this, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, very simple, really. Herr Oberstein approached you with an offer to buy Foreign Office secrets. You threw him out. Then Ross contacted him, prepared to sell him the secrets.
Well, there's nothing missing from the safe.
Of course not. If you sold anything, you'd have been found out. Herr Oberstein came here expecting to buy. You opened the safe, showed him the papers he wanted. He put his glasses on to examine them. And then when he paid you, you smashed his skull in. He fell, breaking his glasses. His revolver dropped from his pocket. Then you replaced the papers, pocketed the money, and left.
It's a lie!
Why, you filthy...
The unfortunate point occurred when Lady Beryl discovered the body. You read the evidence incorrectly.
I thought the gun was my husband's.
Similar, but not the same.
And the glasses.
A very common variety of frame. You gathered up the pieces, except a few fragments, and threw the frames away.
Yes.
Then you lied to protect your husband.
Yes.
Nina.
Brilliant, Holmes. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you, Watson.
My humble and very grateful thanks, Mr. Holmes.
It's been a pleasure to help so brave and noble a woman.
I'm still not quite certain what's happened, but I know we shall both be forever indebted to you.
Searched the whole garden, Holmes. Couldn't find anything but this old pair of glasses. They've broken it there.
Really?
Mr. Holmes has solved the entire case, Inspector.
He has? How?
By the little things, Lestrade. The little things that one must remember. The little things that make the difference between success and disaster. One must never forget that the difference between... Good heavens. Watson!
What is it, Holmes?
I left the gas on under the experiment. All Baker Street will be blown up.
Holmes, I turned it off! Stay! Hold that! Holmes! 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 Holmes!
Dr. Watson observed, I had no keener pleasure than in following Sherlock Holmes in his professional investigations and in admiring the rapid deductions with which he unravelled the problems which were submitted to him. May Sherlock Holmes of Baker Street continue to give us all such keen pleasure for many years to come.